What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Random, and welcome back to another episode of Panther Talk. This is a show where I take all of your burning Panther platform related questions, whether it's a Mercury Marauder, Grand Marquis, Crown Victoria, P-71, Police Interceptor, whatever you guys got. I bunch them all together and I answer your questions. Now, to start the video off on a kind of a somber, kind of messed up note, if you guys haven't heard, a fellow Panther platform owner who also happens to be a big name in the Panther community, a lot of you guys know him. It's Crown Rick Auto, man. Apparently something happened down at his place, guys, where a lot of his stuff was lost to some kind of fire. I can only imagine he must be absolutely devastated, guys. Make sure you guys go show him some love. Go show him some support. He's definitely going to need it right now, especially in this time of need, guys. And if word gets out to Crown Rick, I'm here for you, brother. Whatever you need, if there's anything I can help you with, even though I'm in Tennessee, I'll do whatever I can to help a fellow Panther platform brother out. And now, one more thing, guys, before we start the video, I wanted to give you guys a quick reminder. There's going to be the giant Panther platform convoy. It's coming up July 18. It's a Saturday. It is at 2:30 p.m. I'm going to show you guys a screenshot of all the information, but we're pretty much meeting in Clarksville, Tennessee, and we're going to be riding out giant Crown Vic Panther platform convoy all the way down to Huntsville, Alabama. If you guys are somewhere between Clarksville, Tennessee and Huntsville, Alabama, see if you guys can kind of join us along the way. Again, July 18, 2:30 p.m. It's a Saturday. And with that being said, guys, we're going to make this video real short. And let me answer some of your burning Panther platform questions. We're going to start with the first one here. All right, so Alt Auto Art. He is also a really good friend of mine. He makes some badass car art out there on social media, guys. Actually, he's the one responsible for creating the logo for Panther Talk. So, Alt, thank you if you're watching this. He asked a very good question, and he asked, I have a 2002 LX Sport, and I've heard rumors it has a factory open differential. I was wondering if that's true. And that is a very good question, guys. Not every Crown Vic was built the same. Some were built for city driving, others for highway patrol. There's civilian Crown Vics. Pretty much there's three ways to identify if your Crown Victoria has an open diff or a limited slip differential. All right, so one of the first ways you can check is check the axle code. That's going to be located. There's going to be a little sticker on the driver's side door of your car. Now, if you see the letter Z followed by the number 5, that means you have 327 gears, which is an open differential. But if you see an X5, that means you have a limited slip differential. Now, the second way you can tell is actually look at your rear diff, and there's going to be a little metal tag on it, and it's going to tell you your gear ratio. For example, it's going to say 327. If it has an L after the 327, you have a limited slip differential. If it just says 327, you have an open differential. And the last way, which is personally one of the easiest ways, because sometimes those little tags are lost or whatever it is, literally just jack your Crown Vic up to the point where both rear tires are free to spin. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to spin one rear tire. If the opposite tire spins in the opposite direction, then that means you have an open differential. If the tires spin in the same direction, when you spin one, the other one spins in the same direction, you have a limited slip differential. What kind of differential is ideal to have? You do want to have a limited slip differential. It's going to be a lot better, especially if you want to drag race or if you're street racing or red light racing or whatever the hell. Open diff, it's a little bit more smoother ride. It's meant for highway cruising, all of that. But a lot of the times what's going to happen with an open diff is you're going to gun it, and actually only one tire is going to get traction. You're not going to get full traction, which is why you get them one tire burnouts. So what you want to have, you want to make sure that that thing says an L on the rear of your diff. You want to make sure you have the codes that I just told you guys, or do the tire, jack up the car and test the tires out just how I explained it to you. Good luck. Hopefully yours has an LSD in it. All right, Chevy boy. Damn, that's kind of ironic, man. What you doing in a Panther platform? I'm going to let it slide. Chevy boy says, can an 03 Crown Vic exhaust fit an 03 Lincoln Town Car exhaust? Let me reword that. Can you replace your 03 single exhaust from a Lincoln Town Car with a dual exhaust that comes in a Crown Victoria P-71? Absolutely. It'll bolt right up. It actually will give you, I think it's 5 horsepower gain And at the same time, you're still going to have, if you want to have a quiet car, that's the results you're going to get. You're going to have a relatively silenced car, but you're still going to get a nice little slight gain of 5 horsepower. So yes, it'll bolt directly onto your Lincoln. Rain Bird is asking, what do you recommend for an 05 Crown Victoria? I'm wanting a little more power and only have $2,000 to spare. So kind of like a budget build. This is actually a very good question, and I actually made a little list here. So we're going to keep it simple because you only have about 2,000 bucks. And headers alone can run you close to that. So we're going to keep this nice, cheap, and simple. The first thing you're going to want to do is get a throttle body spacer. Now, everybody laughing about this right now has never installed one, has never had one on their Crown Vic. Believe me, there's a noticeable difference, especially in throttle response, when you have a throttle body spacer. Not only that, it actually helps you save on gas. So, throttle body spacer, you're going to want to upgrade to Iridium spark plugs and pair that up with Excel coil packs. Now the awesome thing is that Excel coil packs are actually cheaper than the regular stock Vic coil packs, but they only have, I think it's a 90-day warranty or a 1-year warranty compared to like a lifetime warranty with the regular OEM coil packs. The thing is, the Excel, they're actually performance coil packs, and they're going to bump up your power a little bit. It's not going to be anything crazy. The only drawback to that, the only downside to that, is that they're going to burn out your spark plugs a little bit quicker. They're going to shorten the life of your spark plugs, so you might have to change them out more frequently because it's a high performance coil. It burns really good. It burns really good. This one is one of my favorites. It's a muffler delete. Literally just cut off your last 2 rear mufflers. That's going to be a noticeable gain. You're going to really open up that Crown Vic. You're going to love the sound. Next up, you're going to want some Steeda underdrive pulleys. What that does is smaller pulleys. It eliminates the parasitic drag from your alternator, your water pump. Another nice little horsepower gain. Just not really, actually. It's maybe like 2 to 3 horsepower, but when it comes to Crown Vics, every little bit helps. As long as you're not running any big electrical stuff, you might notice it'll drain your alternator a little bit more, or your car might overheat slightly if you're doing a lot of crazy driving and stuff like that. If not, that's an easy way to do it. Steeda underdrive pulleys. Next up is a K&N drop-in air filter. The cheapest, easiest, quickest way to get horsepower. It's literally just a thinner filter. You get it at AutoZone, Advance, wherever. K&N drop-in filter. Drop that bad boy back right in there. Nothing. You're not going to get any check engine lights, no wrench lights, none of that. And your Crown Vic's going to be very happy. The last thing is a 93 octane race tune. Now you can get one from SCT, which is usually for the Mustangs. The SN95 and New Edge Mustangs, it'll work right on your Crown Vic. After that, you can only use 93 octane if you really want to take advantage of the tune, or you can get a Marty tune. You can forget everything else that I just said and just get a Marty tune. You can notify him through Facebook, add him, let him know your boy Mr. Random sent you, man. All right, now Al Reed, I'm hoping that's how you say it. He's asking, do you recommend a supercharger for the Crown Victoria? 100,000%. If you're going to boost your Crown Vic, if you're going to add some kind of forced induction, supercharging is going to be the way to go. There really isn't anything that is tailor-made for Crown Victoria that beats ADTR.net. I'm going to put that somewhere here. Enough said. That's it. If you need a supercharger Crown Victoria, ADTR.net, go check out their website, go browse and see what kind of kit is best for you depending on the year and all that. And literally out of the box, there you go, bolt it on, you're done. Do I recommend supercharging your Crown Victoria? I'm more of a naturally aspirated kind of guy, but if you absolutely have to boost it, absolutely, supercharger all the way. All right, now John Roberts on Instagram asked, he wants to know, he wanted to put a harness bar. Pretty much when you have racing seats and you have racing 4-point seat belts or 3-point seat belts, there's a bar behind you that goes the length of towards the middle of the car. He wants to know what size he needs. I've been doing a lot of research on this, John, and there isn't a specific place that sells these seatbelt harness bars for Crown Vics. It's fairly easy though. They attach right under the anchor points for your driver's side seatbelt and your passenger side seatbelt. You know the little button that you adjust your seatbelt to go up and down? Right under that, there's going to be like a Torx bolt on each side, that's where that bar is going to attach to. It's going to anchor to each side. Literally just measure from the driver's side all the way to the passenger side where those two bolts meet. And that length, just go online. There's a bunch of generic ones on Amazon, a bunch of generic ones, Chinese ones on eBay. They'll get the job done. Or go to a more reputable website and just find a seatbelt harness bar, but find the length that you just measured. Just measure from the seatbelt point from your driver's side to your passenger side. That length is going to be the length you need for that harness bar. All right, now, man, I'm so sorry if I'm going to butcher your name. On Instagram, we have Abduladi Albloshi. I'm sorry, man. I butchered the hell out of the name. He wants to know, he has a very good question. He says he has a problem with his P71, and it's the wrench light, the dreaded wrench light. When the wrench light comes on, the RPMs will go to 0. Then I turn it off, turns the car off, and back on. Everything becomes normal for 15 minutes. Yes. So the wrench light means that your car is in limp mode, and as soon as you turn it off, it resets it, but it's going to come back on. That can mean several different things. The worst one being that there's an issue wrong with your transmission and the car is essentially trying to save itself so you don't ruin it, so you don't blow something up. But it can also mean that there's an issue with your drive-by-wire system. Right on your throttle body, the electronic drive-by-wire, that could have an issue, and it should be that's actually a pretty cheap fix. It could also be an issue with your accelerator pedal, with a sensor on your accelerator pedal. It could be an issue with either your throttle body or the throttle position sensor. So throttle body, throttle position center, your drive-by-wire system, the little black box that hooks up to the side of your throttle body. An issue with your accelerator pedal, the sensor on that. Or last but not least, the very least possible and the most expensive one would be an issue with your transmission. All right, and the last question, I'm just going to leave it here for today because I can be here for a whole hour. The last question, Jaron Haynes on Instagram says, I have an 01 Grand Marquis, and most of the time when I accelerate, there's a very noticeable whine. Do you know what that could be? Have somebody maybe go outside while you kind of drive it around slowly, see if you can hear it. Is it when you only accelerate really loud? Is it coming from the center of the car? Is it coming from the rear? If it's coming from the center of the car, under you, that's the transmission. If you hear it coming out the back, it's your differential. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today's Panther Talk. It was quick. Again, make sure you guys show some love to Kron Rick Auto, man. And thoughts and prayers go out to you, man. I hope you get back up on your feet quickly, man. You got all my support. You got everybody's support. And I'm going to leave the little screenshot here of that Panther Cruise, July 18, 2:30 p.m. on a Saturday. It's your boy, Mr. Random. This has been another Panther Talk episode. I'll catch you guys on the next one.